Rhea Ripley copied viral AEW moment on WWE SmackDown. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Rhea Ripley seems to be keeping a close eye on her AEW counterparts, as she recently copied a viral moment from a top all-elite star during WWE SmackDown. The most recent edition of SmackDown saw Rhea Ripley team up with Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss to take on then WWE Women's Tag Team Champions the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend in an 8-woman tag match. As expected, the bout was total mayhem, marked by thrilling back-and-forth action. However, one spot that drew separate attention was a dance sequence between Ripley and Kairi, in which the Eradicator used the Japanese star as a dance partner to take out Asuka, forcing the Pirate Princess to hit the Empress of Tomorrow with a spinning elbow. What makes this interesting is that AEW recently saw a similar incident with Toni Storm and Orange Cassidy, who performed a synchronized dance routine at World's End 2025 that went viral. The similarity between the two spots has led fans to speculate that Ripley has been keeping tabs on AEW programming and taking notes from the Timeless one. The Rhea and Kairi dance spot can be seen in the clip below. Rhea Ripley once got a matching tattoo with AEW star Toni Storm. For those unaware, Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm once shared a locker room when the Timeless one was in WWE from 2017 to 2021. During that time, Storm and Ripley got a matching tattoo of the date of the 2018 Evolution pay-per-view. In an earlier interview with WWE Tattooed, the Eradicator revealed details about this, saying, "I think the day before Evolution, I went with Toni Storm, and the funny thing about this date and why it's so special to me is because it was the exact same date 6 years prior of when I tried out for Riot City Wrestling in Australia. So it's technically the start of my wrestling career, and it's also the start of the women's Evolution, which I think was absolutely wild." So we both got matching little tattoos of the date. Time will tell whether we will ever see Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley together in the squared circle again. Rhea Ripley reveals she suffered bloody injury on WWE Raw. Ripley walked out with the title on WWE Raw this week, but she also suffered a nasty injury. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, have been tormenting Rhea Ripley and Io Sky on Raw for weeks now. This week, on January 5th, the babyfaces finally got a chance to get some revenge. Io challenged Asuka and Kairi for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship in the kickoff match for the night. The babyfaces managed to defeat the heels and become the new champions. Following the win, Rhea took to her social media account to share a picture of a gruesome injury she suffered during the match. Apparently, she broke a nail. Check out her injury here. Rhea Ripley broke Zelina Vega's back on WWE SmackDown. Ripley is a Raw superstar, but she has been showing up on SmackDown to help her terror twin, Damian Priest, fight off against his nemesis, Aleister Black, and his wife, Zelina Vega. She was active on last week's episode of SmackDown as well. On the show, Damian Priest and Aleister Black competed in an ambulance match. Zelina Vega tried to interfere as always, but Ripley showed up to neutralize. She took Vega out with a riptide, and Priest picked up the win. After the show, Rhea mocked Vega on Instagram, and Vega responded, saying that Ripley broke her back. Make TJR Wrestling your choice for news by clicking here. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky's tag title win, not leading to WrestleMania 42 program. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky may be the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, but don't expect that win to set the stage for WrestleMania 4. On the January 5th, 2026 episode of Self-Made Sessions, Self-Made Pro reported that the big tag title victory on Raw's Netflix anniversary show has no WrestleMania 42 implications, despite what fans might assume after such a huge win. I'm just going to be real with you guys. The tag match between Rhea and IYO versus the Kabuki Warriors didn't matter when it comes to WrestleMania implications. What I was told by WWE is that they have a lot of TV time to fill between now and mid-April, so a lot of key people will be thrown in a lot of different directions between now and then. The show featured Rhea and IYO defeating the Kabuki Warriors in front of 14,000 fans, with Ripley hitting the Riptide and IYO following up with an over-the-moonsault for the win. Despite the match's epic feel, WWE sees it as a one-off, as Rhea Ripley is expected to compete in a singles match at the Show of Shows. They quote, going to be sent in certain directions going into February, and people will think, oh, that's the Mania match, when it's not the Mania match. Rhea Ripley is going to be in a singles match at Mania. I don't know about IYO, but Ripley in particular, she's going to be in a singles match. This tag title match does not have Mania implications. So, while Ripley and IYO may reign as the champions for now, WWE appears to be keeping WrestleMania plans separate from their new tag team run, at least for the moment. Should WWE stop treating the women's tag titles like filler content? Please share your thoughts and feedback in the comment section below. Rhea Ripley, YO Sky send heartfelt messages after WWE tag title win. Rhea Ripley and IYO Sky have sent heartfelt messages to one another after winning the key WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on Raw. The first WWE Raw of 2026 kicked off in an exciting manner for the fans in Brooklyn's Barclays Center, as Rhea Ripley and IYO Sky challenged the Kabuki Warriors for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. In what was the first of two title changes on the show, Ripley and Sky picked up the win over Asuka and Kairi Sane to become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. After winning the gold, Sky and Ripley took to their respective Twitter accounts to thank both each other and the fans. While it is their first WWE Women's Tag Team title win together, Sky is now a three-time tag champion overall in WWE, having previously held the gold twice with Dakota Kai during their time in Damage CTRL. Ripley also previously won the gold back in 2021 with Nikki ASH. Becky Lynch also became a newly crowned champion on WWE Raw, as she defeated Maxine Dupree to become a two-time WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, albeit in controversial circumstances. To find out what Becky had to say in reaction to the win, follow this link. Her Damian Priest's unrestrained reaction to Rhea Ripley's latest WWE title win. Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, Terror Twins, IYO Sky, the Kabuki Warriors, WWE Raw 2026. Netflix. Damian Priest was overwhelmed with joy that Rhea Ripley kicked off WWE Raw's anniversary special episode on Netflix with a bang. Ripley and IYO Sky are the new women's tag team champions, having defeated the Kabuki Warriors in the opening contest of the January 5th, 2026 episode of The Red Brand. Rhea's formation has been slow burning, one that can be traced back to early 2025 when the Japanese star humbled the Eradicator on the road to WrestleMania 41 to become Women's World Champion. They fought on numerous occasions afterwards, but they had sportsmanship. Then a day came when Asuka and Kairi Sane were not too pleased with Sky's association with Rhea Ripley. Ultimately, they turned on her. This common enemy brought Ripley and Sky together, and they have come a long way from defeating the Kabuki Warriors at Crown Jewel Perth in October 2025. Damian Priest was ecstatic at Rhea Ripley's win on WWE Raw. On X Twitter, a video has been making the rounds featuring Damian Priest as he looks ready to pop. just as Rhea Ripley got the pinfall victory this past Monday. He was beaming with joy, and further went on to chant Rio along with the fans. Watch the video below for Priest's reaction. Interestingly, it was not just Ripley who started 2026 on the right note. Priest himself headlined the first SmackDown of the year last Friday opposite Aleister Black. The two athletes had been going at it for most of the second half of last year, and so they decided to end their rivalry with an ambulance match. The Archer of Infamy finally walked away with the win, with a little help from his Terror Twin. What this WrestleMania season has in store for the Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley bears watching, but it seems clear that the Terror Twins are going to get featured in prime spots at the two-night extravaganza in April. Live. Morgan breaks silence following WWE Raw in-ring return. Liv Morgan has shared her thoughts after finally getting back in the ring on WWE Raw. In June 2025, Liv Morgan's career came crashing to a halt after she suffered a serious injury during a match with Kairi Sane on Raw. That injury ruined plans for Morgan to share the ring with WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella at the all-female Evolution show in July. Liv Morgan made her return to WWE TV at Survivor Series, where she screwed John Cena out of the WWE Intercontinental Championship as she reunited with Dominic Mysterio and the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan back in action on WWE TV. Since then, Morgan has been involved in matches on WWE live events, where she has battled Lyra Valkyria. Now, on the first Raw of 2026, those two women have gone to battle again, with Morgan picking up the win. After her comeback, Morgan took to social media to share a familiar two-word message. Raw also saw CM Punk successfully defend his World Heavyweight Championship against the Vision's Braun Breaker. Breaker suffered a mishap during the match that was sure to have made William Regal wince, but an update has since been given on his condition. The show also saw two huge title changes as Becky Lynch defeated Maxine Dupree to win the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, and the Kabuki Warriors lost their WWE Women's Tag Team title to Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan competes in first televised singles match. Since June 2025 responds to Y2J chants with Suck It, Gesture Liv Morgan is back to her winning ways. The January 5th episode of WWE Raw was a huge day for the women's division. After two title changes, Liv Morgan made her televised return to the ring, facing Lyra Valkyria in a singles contest. This was Morgan's first televised match since June 2025, when she suffered a shoulder injury in a match with Kairi Sane. Morgan was successful in her return to action, picking up the pinfall victory over Valkyria after hitting her Oblivion finisher. For the stats nerds, Morgan was able to break her three-match losing streak with the win over Valkyria. This was also Morgan's first televised win in January since 2022, when she defeated Doudrop, Piper Niven, on an episode of Main Event. Fans can stay up to date with Fightful's live coverage of WWE Raw by clicking here. After the conclusion of the show, head over to our YouTube channel to catch a full review of all the action. Last night was the first Raw of the year, as well as the show's one-year anniversary on Netflix. While the highly anticipated Stranger Things X-Raw collaboration was underwhelming, WWE had a lot of buzzworthy moments. The opening contest saw Rhea Ripley and Io Sky turn their year upside down by defeating the Kabuki Warriors for the tag team titles. While Damian Priest wasn't in Brooklyn to watch Rhea win tag gold, he was watching. A new video surfaced from Netflix House in King of Prussia, where the B-Fab and Damian Priest react to the Terror Twins title win. In need of a wholesome moment? Scroll to see Damian Priest's reaction to Rhea Ripley winning on Raw. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley win tag team titles. The relationship between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky certainly entered the Upside Down. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky started 2025 as rivals. Their feud seemingly culminated at WrestleMania 41 Sunday. Io Sky pinned Bianca Belair in a triple threat match that also featured Rhea Ripley. Since that day, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky went from enemies to frenemies to friends. When the Kabuki Warriors started to target their former damaged CTRL stablemate, Io Sky, the Eradicator came to the aid of her newfound pal. Differences aside, Ryo challenged the Kabuki Warrior during Stranger Things X-Raw. The pair were like a well-oiled machine, having each other's backs throughout the match. In the end, Rhea Ripley dropped Asuka with the Riptide. The genius of the Sky hit the prone Asuka with an over-the-moonsault dot. Throwing caution to the wind, Io took off through the ropes with a suicide dive to neutralize Kairi Sane. With all the hard work done, Rhea Ripley sat on top of Asuka as the Brooklyn counted along for the 1-2-3. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are the new tag team champions. While New York was showing the pair a lot of love, they weren't alone. B-Fab and Damian Priest saw the title change live on Netflix in Philadelphia. New video footage shows Damian Priest reacting to his partner's win. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley's relationship history. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley have a long-standing relationship. The Terror Twins are OG members of the Judgment Day who have been pushed out of the clubhouse. However, they found solace in each other. The two have developed a tight-knit friendship since leaving Finn Balor and Dirty Dom behind. In fact, the Terror Twins are undefeated in mixed tag team competition. They kick-started this long-standing record with a win over Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio at Bash in Berlin. Their most recent partnership was in December on SmackDown. The Terror Twins defeated the married duo of the Necessary Evil, Aleister Black and Zelina Dot. While the Terror Twins got the W, the bad blood between Damian Priest and Aleister Black continued past the mixed tag match. It came to a head last week on SmackDown in an ambulance match. Zelina got involved and went to aid her husband in disposing of Damian Priest's body in the back. To Zelina's surprise, Rhea Ripley was in the ambulance waiting for her. Rhea Ripley evened the odds, allowing Damian Priest to beat Aleister Black and seemingly put an end to this 6-month-long rivalry. With that kind of friendship, it's no wonder that Damian Priest was so happy to see Rhea Ripley win the tag team titles with Io Sky on Raw. Damian Priest reacts to Ryo's championship victory, with WWE celebrating its first anniversary on Netflix. The streaming giant wanted to make a big deal of the occasion. Not only did Netflix promote a Stranger Things crossover with Raw, but they also had WWE superstars at Netflix House in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Damian Priest and B-Fab were in the house to watch Raw with Netflix fans. The former Judgment Day star couldn't keep his eyes off the screen when the show started. He was elated to see his mixed tag partner win. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky look to capture WWE Women's Tag Team title from the Kabuki Warriors. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are looking to capture the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship from the Kabuki Warriors. Sky has been left despondent after Asuka and Kairi Sane ended their friendship with her, but Sky has found a new ally in the Eradicator. Ripley and Sky have been WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, but never together. Can Ripley and Sky dethrone the Kabuki Warriors? Find out Monday on Raw at 8E/5P on Netflix. Rhea Ripley's hand injury from WWE. Raw is not for the squeamish. And Io Sky left Raw last night as the new WWE Women's World Tag Team Champions, but it wasn't without a cost. Last night's episode of WWE Raw kicked off with the women's tag team title match that saw the Kabuki Warriors drop the gold to Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. This title change came as a surprise to many, as the booking of the 8-woman tag match on SmackDown was a typical dead giveaway in WWE that there wouldn't be a title change. While Ripley and Sky were victorious in taking the titles away from the Kabuki Warriors, the former champions took something in return. Rhea Ripley took to her Instagram stories following WWE Raw to reveal a NSFW photo that shows that the Kabuki Warriors ripped off one of her fingernails, leaving her finger in a bloody state. You can see a screen cap of her stories embedded below. Rhea Ripley sends warning to former WWE champion after SmackDown ambulance match. Rhea Ripley sent a chilling message to Zelina Vega after costing her the ambulance match on the first SmackDown of 2026. Rhea Ripley played a key role during the main event of the first episode of WWE SmackDown in 2026. She sent a message on social media after taking out Zelina Vega during the ambulance match. The ambulance match consisted of Aleister Black in action against Damian Priest. The two have been clashing for months, but it was finally time for them to sort things. Priest became victorious with an assist from her terror twin, who took out Vega with the Riptide. On Instagram, Ripley opened up on this week's SmackDown, where she first partnered with Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss for an 8-woman tag team match. The babyfaces emerged victorious over Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and the Kabuki Warriors. The Eradicator also shared a message to the former Women's United States champion, putting her on notice following the show. Zelina Vega opened up on her chemistry with Rhea Ripley. Zelina Vega and Rhea Ripley know each other very well. They have shared the ring more than once, with Vega speaking highly of her bond with the Eradicator. On our daily show, this is what Vega said about Mommy. Rhea Ripley is someone I match up great with in the ring. Because that girl, oh my God. The thing is, when we got to do Backlash, and I've heard her do this interview, and it was funny to me because even she knows. She was like, the way she said it, and I was like, man, if you even know that, I wonder how the fans think of something that happened that way. You know, how it happened at Backlash, but for her and I to get in there and just, I can read her like no other person. I can feel her movements, and she doesn't even have to do or say anything. I know what she's doing right away. Ripley and Io Sky will challenge the Kabuki Warriors for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship on next week's Raw.